Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm actually outside right now, getting a lot of glare from the sun, but I'm at a park, and I walk like this every day. I walk about 5 or 6 miles, and I just like to think or listen to music while I'm walking. And I just wanted to this will be a quick video. I'm still gonna make one tonight, but this is going to be more along the lines of I'll be using verses from the Bible to talk about the topic, but you're going to have to really pause this video and look it up for yourself, because what I really want to talk about today is a lot of people they really put a lot of emphasis on work, and I think the devil, he knew what he was doing when he first tempted Eve. He mixed in a little bit of truth and a lie. I mean, he only changed really one word when he talked to Eve. And that's what's going on today with the gospel, with people thinking that they can work their way to heaven. They're taking things from the Bible, changing it, and saying, well, oh yeah, we believe in 1 Corinthians 15:1-4, but you better have works. You better do works to get to heaven. And it's just like that's nowhere in the Bible. And a lot of people say, well, it's my interpretation. However, the Bible's not interpretable. The only people I would say that could literally say that is if they had in my opinion, a false Bible that has changed the meaning of it. Then yeah, for them, they are following the Bible. This is why I really want to do a video on the importance of everyone should get themselves a copy of a King James Version Bible, and not a New King James Version, just a regular KJV Bible. There's a lot of history behind that, and why I personally believe that Bible was chosen by God. That's the one we need today. It hasn't been perverted, words haven't been taken out, but I'm gonna do a separate video on that. So mainly that's just what I wanted to talk about today. It's just so much of the emphasis on work, but a lot of people, they put that at such high esteem. They keep, they point out other Christians. They be like, oh, well, you have no works, you're not working. And you'll understand that a person that's lost, they don't need to be working. They need to get saved. Now, once you're saved, then you can be working. Then your works count. There's going to be a judgment for saved Christians, and their judgments will be in heaven. It's called the judgment seat of Christ. And that's where you get rewards for what you did for God. And for whatever wasn't for God will be burned up. It'll be tried by fire. If it was just of yourself, something that you wanted, it'll be burnt up. But if it was for God, it won't be burnt up. And I don't have any verses really to support that right now. I don't have the Bible in front of me. You're gonna have to find that in yourself. I really don't know the verse right now. I have 3 verses right off the top of my head I want to talk about, and you can pause this video and look them up. So Isaiah 64:6 explains that our works are as filthy rags to God. And that's it's pretty powerful, as it's explaining God is really showing you your works really don't matter. Again, if you're unsaved, your works don't mean anything. So that's the importance of knowing the gospel and getting saved. After you're saved, your works do matter. Still not for maintaining salvation or anything like that. It's only for rewards in heaven. So that's one thing I just wanted to talk about. Just so many people that's all they care about is working. You know what I'm saying? They don't even talk about the gospel anymore. All they have emphasis on being a high moral person, just going out and helping people. All these things are good, but they're not going to get you saved. I don't care how many homeless people you've saved in your life, or you're just a naturally nice person, or you know, you don't do any bad things or whatever, that's not going to get you into heaven. None of those things are going to get you into heaven. There's some knowledge you need to know. There's something you need to have faith in. That's the only thing that's going to get you into heaven. Faith in what Jesus Christ completed on that cross, the finished cross work. That's it. He did all the work. Today, Jesus Christ did all the work for us on the cross. That's it. There's nothing else needed for us to do. Now, after you get saved, then you work for God. And again, you're supposed to go around ministering reconciliation to people, telling people, you know, the good news, the gospel. Good news that, hey, God's not mad at you anymore. It's over. He's put those sins away. And I mean, ironically, God's wrath is on people, on the unrighteous. But the reason is, it's no longer about sins. His wrath is on you if you don't believe the gospel. It has nothing to do with sins anymore. God is like, do you believe what my son did on the cross? That's all it is. That's it. And his wrath resides on people that don't know the gospel. Another verse I want to talk about, if I can find it. Romans 5:19. That's a pretty important verse. That really explains, you know, encapsulating who did everything for us. And I'm paraphrasing. You have to pause this video, but I think it says, by the disobedience of one, many were made sinners. And then it says, by the obedience of one, many will be made righteous. That's right there. That's talking about Adam and Jesus Christ. Adam disobeying God, Adam and Eve, that imputed sin onto mankind. Now, we punished for Adam and Eve's specific sin? No. But we do have a sin nature because of what they did. All of mankind has that. Now, by Jesus Christ doing what he did, his obedience to God, you know, following the commandments, fulfilling the old covenant, by what he did, he accomplished that. And we believing that, we're made righteous. We get his righteousness imputed onto us when we believe. So I thought that was an amazing verse. And final verse I want to talk about is Galatians 1:8. And this is for everyone out there that you know, so-called believe there's prophets today and other gospels today. Again, I believe there's other gospels in the Bible. There's going to be a gospel in the tribulation time period. It's called the everlasting gospel. Jesus Christ preached the gospel when he was, again, you know, in man form on the earth. But after he died and was resurrected in a glorified body, he revealed a new gospel to Paul, something that had been hid since the beginning of the world. Nobody knew about this. He revealed this only to Paul, and then Paul revealed it to the 12 disciples, and it spread from there. So there are multiple gospels in the Bible. So this verse, basically paraphrasing again, talks about that Paul is actually cursing people. He's calling people accursed if they're believing in the gospel that is not his. So for, you know, anybody, Seventh-day Adventists, Mormons, any churches out there, I mean, this is pretty much almost every church in my opinion, because they're all preaching another gospel. You know, Baptists, Methodists, I can't even think of so many. All of you are cursed. It's not my words, this is what Paul said. He was saying you're cursed if you're not preaching his gospel. So, I mean, right then and there, that shows you now that if there's going to be another gospel in the tribulation time period, then, and it's called the everlasting gospel, you can actually look this up. We're not in that time yet. We're not in the tribulation time period. We right now are still in, you know, a lot of people like to call it the church age. It's not even really a church age. It's just, we're in the time period that We're still under grace right now. That's all it is. That's pretty much it. I mean, I found that verse very interesting. I mean, Paul even says if an angel preaches you another gospel, you're cursed. Now, ironically, in tribulations, there'll be another angel preaching to the whole world a gospel. So you got to know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all these people that say, oh, I was given a vision by God and an angel showed me a new gospel, that was Satan. Straight up, that was Satan. That's who that was. I mean, in the Bible it says, don't marvel, you know. He can make himself appear as an angel of light. He has supernatural powers. He can do that. It's just the way it is. So, if you're not listening to Paul's gospel, you're listening to something satanic. And Paul calls you accursed. You know, I'm saying it's satanic, but specifically from the Bible, Paul himself is calling you accursed. So I just don't understand why people don't get that, man. Like they're like, oh, I'm listening to the gospel, but you know, they add works, or again, the gospel they're listening to was given to them in a dream. When the Bible literally says you're accursed. Paul's saying that. So I mean, what it comes down to is a lot of people, they don't believe the Bible. They don't take it literal. Some people say, oh, it's so much of it is symbolic. Okay, but you can believe that if you want to. That's fine. I mean, I'd rather be safe than sorry and take the entire Bible literal instead of symbolic. So that would be my answer to people that think that way. But definitely, as of right now, you need to be listening to Paul's gospel. That's the only one. Again, unfortunately, people won't. They'll continue to interpret. They'll continue to just say, oh, I feel a certain way. I know this is right. Anything that you feel in your flesh, that's not of God. I mean, you do realize your flesh has a sinful nature in it. Why would you listen to anything you can feel or see? We walk by faith, not by sight. Faith in what? Faith in the Bible. That's his literal word. Faith in Paul's gospel that was given to him by Jesus Christ. Faith. Substance of things hoped for, evidence not seen. Faith. I mean, you can't see it, people. That's what I'm saying. You can't physically see it. But anything that you feel, you can't trust your feelings. The only thing you can trust is the Bible. That's it. It's absolute. Oh, I feel I've been touched by God, or I feel I've had visions, or I know this is true. Satan is appealing to your flesh. That's what he's doing. He's tricking you. He wants you to completely go off of that. But that's it. I just want to make this quick video. I'm not going to get into it too long. How you doing? Doing good. And I'll be doing like I said, another time. It's 2:24 p.m. Yep. Have a great day. So that's it. I'll be doing another video tonight, and I hope this helps people. I'm not trying to come at anybody or just put people down. That's not the whole point of this message. I'm just trying to get you out of error. I'm trying to get you to believe the Bible correctly. Literally, take every single word in that Bible as literal. But you have to rightly divide the truth from the truth. There was a truth before Jesus Christ. There's a truth now after Jesus Christ. There'll be a truth in the tribulation time. You have to divide this. That's what you have to do. And I hope people, this reaches people and wakes people up, and they start to, again, you don't have to believe anything I say. Just look it up yourself. And on my other videos, I talk about how to rightly divide and know where you're at. But that's all. So, not attacking anybody or anything like that. You're free to believe however you want to. It's just, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, well, God is love, so God won't send anybody to hell. I mean, it specifically says in the Bible, if you have sin, which, again, right now, you got to understand, that was before now, you were going to hell. You know, the punishment for sin is death. You know, so why about right now? There is no more sin, right? Well, God changed it. Now his wrath is on the unrighteous for all that don't believe the gospel. So you still go to hell right now. Has nothing to do with sin anymore. But do you believe the gospel? That's what's important. You see the difference? One was a time period during sin. We don't live in a time period during sin. So how can God still send you to hell? Because he said his wrath resides on the unrighteous. Now, how do you become righteous? You get that from Jesus Christ. And you get that from believing the gospel. So God is still, he can still send you to hell right now. Has nothing to do with your sins. That happened whether you believe it or not. You were forgiven. That was universal. That was unconditional. That was for the entire world. What is conditional is to believe that. That's what you have to do. But I'll make another video tonight, and hope this reaches everyone. God bless you. Bye.